guys! It's your Mary and welcome back to our channel. For today's video is actually going to be exciting dahil pag-uusapan natin yung bagong S22 series. Yes, the moment na pinapanood nyo itong ating video, it's actually now official. They released 3 new smartphones para sa kanilang S series na flagship lineup. We have the Samsung Galaxy S22, the Samsung Galaxy S22 Plus, and of course, the Samsung Galaxy S22 Ultra. But since masyadong madami yung tatlo para pagkasyahin natin dito sa video ngayon, we will only be talking about yung S22 and the S22 Plus. Yes, yung S22 Ultra natin guys ay nasa separate video. So, medyo maya-maya pwede nyo na siyang panoorin. I'm pretty sure naman din guys that the Ultra deserves a separate video because it is the Ultra. Do take note that I don't have the actual units with me as of the moment, pero na-invite ako to shoot and actually experience yung mga bagong S22 phones. But I assure you naman guys, even though Samsung invited us, hindi po ito sponsored at all. Before we start para sa ating S22 and S22 Plus hands-on, I just wanna say na meron ding ni-launch si Samsung na bagong 3 tablets. So kung may bagong 3 smartphones, may bago rin 3 tablets. We have the Galaxy S8, the Galaxy S8 Plus, and the Galaxy S8 Ultra. Before we start, of course, I'm pretty sure gusto nyong malaman kung magkano yung dalawang bagong phones ng Samsung. And sa pagkakaalam ko ngayon, anyway, if this is wrong naman, I will be correcting it. If not, it will remain the same. The Samsung Galaxy S22 5G retails for 45,990 para sa 128GB and 49,990 para sa 256GB. And of course, for the S22 Plus 5G, it's 56,990 para sa 128GB and 60,990 para sa 256GB. Okay, ano ba ang na-experience ko during the shoot? Actually guys, yung S22 and S22 Plus, medyo yung look niya walang masyadong redesign na nangyari. It's basically still the same. But the good news is, we got 4 new colorways na hindi present sa S21. The white, black, pink, and the teal. Actually, guys, hindi ako sure kung teal yung tawag, pero medyo may pagka-blue-green yung kanyang kulay. They are also all matte finished, pero kung mapapansin nyo guys dito sa ating mga footage, yung kulay pink and white na phones, for the S22 and the S22 Plus, silver yung kanyang pinaka-camera setup. And then of course, for the black and the blue-green S22 and S22 Plus naman, they have the same colorway. Kumbaga, isang kulay lang yung ginamit sa kanya and it's not two-toned. And tama rin ang narinig nyo, parehas lang yung color choices natin for the S22 and the S22 Plus. Ang naiba lang po ay yung kulay na meron tayo for the S22 Ultra, which again, we will be talking about on the next video. By the way, for the size reference, yung pinaka-maliit na phone sa series, which is again the vanilla S22, has the same height sa iPhone 13 Pro. Yup, hindi natin siya maiko-compare sa size na meron tayo sa iPhone 13 mini. Sa tangkad lang naman ito guys, pero when it comes sa lapad, mas dihamak na mas malapad yung size ng regular iPhone 13 and the 13 Pro. Now that you guys already know the size of the regular S22, which is again 6.1 inches, yung Samsung Galaxy S22 Plus naman is a bit bigger at 6.6 inches of display. Both the Samsung Galaxy S22 and S22 Plus has the power button and volume rockers on the right. And below, nandito yung kanilang speakers, USB Type-C port, and of course, the SIM tray. And speaking of the SIM tray guys, is it expandable via micro SD card? As usual, hindi po siya expandable, but it's dual SIM. Pansin ko rin no guys sa ating in-display fingerprint sensor, hindi weird yung placement niya. It's not too low. Unlike doon sa mga meron tayo sa A series ng Samsung that is a bit too low for my taste, of course. Dito sa S22 and S22 Plus, sa relaxed position ko guys, doon naman talaga nakatapat yung aking thumb. So okay naman sa akin at ang importante, it's very responsive. Anyway, overall, hindi naman ako masyadong nabigatan, lalo na sa regular S22 since it only weigh at 167 grams. And then of course, for the S22 Plus naman, it weighs at 195 grams. They both feel very solid, guys. Talagang nung hinawakan ko siya at na-experience ko for that day, ramdam ko na flagship yung smartphone na hinahawakan ko. And I think nag-improve din yung material na ginamit nila dito since it's already Corning Gorilla Glass Victus Plus. Ngayon, alam kong gusto nyong malaman yung camera specifications natin sa S22 and the S22 Plus. So, pag-usapan na natin. They both now have 50 megapixels f1.8 na merong dual pixel autofocus and of course OIS para sa kanyang main camera. It also has the 12 megapixels ultra-wide. They also both have the 10 megapixels telephoto lens. And lastly, a 10 megapixels f2.2 aperture na merong dual pixel autofocus as well. So yes, tama yung narinig nyo guys, nag-level up yung main camera natin sa parehas na phones. Dahil dati, kung maaalala nyo, sa S21, we only have 12 megapixels na main camera. And I must say, medyo na-disappoint ako last year. But then, kung may nag-upgrade, medyo may nag-downgrade. Sabihin ko lang guys, na yung telephoto lens natin dati ay actually 64 megapixels. So yup, you might wanna take note of that, pero kung hindi naman kayo mahilig mag-take ng photos zoomed, then maybe having a higher megapixels as a main camera is much better than a higher megapixels telephoto lens. Okay, isa pang controversial dito sa ating S22 series is of course the chipset. Hindi naman controversial, but of course, most asked question ito. Why? Because we actually have two kind of chipsets na nilalabas. It's either the Exynos 2200 or the new Snapdragon 8 Gen 1. And the past few years, Exynos naman ang palaging nire-release ng Samsung here in the Philippines. But for this year, guys, it's actually neither of the two. We actually have the Qualcomm Snapdragon 895 as its chipset. And hindi lang, guys, yung Plus and the vanilla one, but also the S22 Ultra. This may actually be a good news, lalo na sa ating mga Snapdragon fans dyan. Sad lang na hindi ko na laro yung smartphones, but definitely, guys, if ever man na magkaroon nga tayo, I will indeed review yung ganda ng Snapdragon 895 and of course, yung ating mga Antutu scores. So far sa pagkakaalam ko, guys, 8GB RAM din ang available na meron tayo sa S22 and the S22 Plus. And we have two storage configurations. It's either 128 or 256GB. Now, for the battery, they are both small phones. So, small din ba ang battery? Actually, medyo weird no guys kasi yung Samsung Galaxy S22 ngayon only has 3,700 mAh and we used to have sa kanyang predecessor 4,000 mAh. So, medyo nag-downgrade siya. Same din ang S22 Plus. From 4,800 mAh, we only now have 4,500 mAh. Hindi ko sure kung ba't ganito yung nangyari sa battery capacity natin. But I'm hoping na sana efficient enough yung bagong chipset natin at hindi masyadong magbago yung magiging battery life natin dito sa dalawang phones. By the way, medyo maraming choices when it comes to cases. Kind of similar to the kind of cases na nakuha natin from the Samsung Galaxy Z Flip 3. It is actually part of the pre-order. So, in case man na ma-miss nyo yung pre-order, medyo sayang. But, cases lang naman ito, guys. So, it's not that much of a big deal. Anyway, I'll be putting na lang the link on where you can actually pre-order. Bago ko pala natin makalimutan yung display natin sa Samsung Galaxy S22 and the S22 Plus. Sorry guys, no, nahuli yung ating display. Medyo nakalimutan ko. Medyo ang hirap pala na mag-talk nang hindi mo hawak yung actual devices. For the S22, we actually have again 6.1 inches of full HD Plus dynamic AMOLED display. And para naman sa S22 Plus, it has 6.6 inches of Full HD Plus Dynamic AMOLED display, and parehas po silang merong 120Hz of refresh rate. So yes, that's basically it. Pasensya na again if bitin kayo. This is not yet our review. So, see you guys on our next video, which is the Samsung Galaxy S22 Ultra. See you guys! Bye!